Good morning, everyone. I am Snehalata Khuntia. Welcome you to my YouTube channel, Biotic Brain. In the previous lecture, we already studied about the three types of the nitrogen fixation. First one is the biological nitrogen fixation. Second one is the electrical nitrogen fixation. And third one is the nothing but industrial nitrogen fixation. And in this topic, we are going to studied about the biological nitrogen fixation. Okay, so let's start the topic. First thing, what is biological nitrogen fixation? That means nitrogen fixation is occurred by the biological agent. That's why the name is biological nitrogen fixation. Then what is the meaning of nitrogen fixation? That means the atmospheric N2. What? The atmospheric N2 is going to convert into the NH3. That is nothing but the ammonia, right? Here, this is the atmospheric N2. It's going to convert into the what? Ammonia. That process is nothing but the nitrogen fixation. If this process is occurred with the help of the biological agent, then this process is known as the biological nitrogen fixation. Okay, so the enzyme nitrogenase, which is capable of nitrogen reduction, is present exclusively in the prokaryotes. Such microbes are called N2 fixer. Okay, then what is the meaning of this sentence? I am saying that the N2 is going to convert into the NH3. And the enzyme that will help to convert the N2 into the NH3, that is nothing but the nitrogenase. Okay, the enzyme nitrogenase is nothing but that is present inside the prokaryotes, and that will help to reduce the N2 into the NH3, that is nothing but the ammonia. And such microbes are nothing but the N2 fixer. Okay. Then the second point, the nitrogen fixing microbe could be the free living or the symbiotic. If I am saying that this N2 fixer are of two types, one is the free living, second one is the symbiotic. Free living means they never depend on other, or you can say they never associate with other. That is the free living. And the second thing is the symbiotic. Symbiotic means they have a symbiotic relationship with other. That means they depend on other. That is the symbiotic relationship. Then the example of the free living nitrogen fixing aerobic microbe is the Azotobacter. Okay, while Rhodospirillum is the anaerobic and Bacillus is the free living. Then what is the meaning of aerobic and what is the meaning of anaerobic? Aerobic means if any microbe is survive in the presence of oxygen, that is the aerobic bacter. Okay, and now I am saying that the free living nitrogen fixing aerobic microbe is nothing but the Azotobacter. Okay, so this is the Azotobacter, which is the aerobic microbe. But the Rhodospirillum, okay, this is the Rhodospirillum is the anaerobic. That means absence of oxygen. And the Bacillus is the free living. Okay, so you just need to be learn the three example of the aerobic bacter, anaerobic bacter, and which one is the free living bacter and which one is the symbiotic bacter. In addition, the number of cyanobacteria such as the Anabaena and Nostrap, they are also the free living nitrogen fixer. Okay, so these are the example of the free living bacteria. Okay, so you just need to be learn about which microbes are the free living and which are the symbiotic. Now move to the symbiotic biological nitrogen fixer. We already studied about the free living organism. Now there will be the symbiotic. Several types of symbiotic biological nitrogen fixing association are known. The most prominent among them is the legume and bacteria relationship. That means if we are going for the symbiotic biological nitrogen fixation, then you just need to be understand about the leguminous plant and the rhizobium bacteria relationship. Okay, the most common association on the root is the nodule, and this nodule are the small outgrowth of the on the root. Okay, now see what is nodule. See, this is nothing but the association between the leguminous plant, and second one is the rhizobium bacter. Okay, now these are nothing but these are the rhizobium bacter. Okay, let's see, this is nothing but the rhizobium bacter, and this is nothing but the leguminous plant. So always the rhizobium bacter present in the, or you can say on the what, root hair. These are nothing but the root hairs. Okay, in this root hair the rhizobium bacter will be present, and that make a association with the leguminous plant. Okay, now but the microbe that is called Frankia, okay, that also produce the nitrogen fixing nodule on the root of the non-leguminous plant. But rhizobium is the bacteria that having the association with the leguminous plant. But when you think of the Frankia microbe that having the association with the non-leguminous plant, just like Alnos, it is the non-leguminous plant. The both rhizobium and Frankia are the free living in the soil, but as the symbionts can fix the atmospheric nitrogen. That means the rhizobium and the Frankia, they can be free living and they can be the symbiotes. That means they are having the symbiotic relationship. This rhizobium having the symbiotic relationship with the leguminous plant, whereas this Frankia having the association with the symbiotic association with the non-leguminous plant. Okay. Next slide. See, there is an experiment that is uproot any one plant of the common pulse, that is the means leguminous plant, just before the flowering. You just need to uproot one plant that is of common pulse, that means the leguminous plant. Okay, and you will see near a spherical outgrowth on the root. These are nothing but the nodules. I already saw you. Here is the diagram. If this is the leguminous plant, okay, and you see in the root here, there is a spherical like this. These are the spherical, okay. These spherical outgrowth are nothing but the what? They are the nodules, okay. Now see, if you cut through them, you will notice that the central portion is the red or the pink. Then what makes this nodule pink? If you dissect one of this nodule, you can see that the central portion of this nodule will be red in color or pink in color. Okay, then what is the reason behind that the nodule will be pink in color? This is due to the presence of the leguminous hemoglobin, or you can say that is the leg hemoglobin. That means if this is the plant, this is the root here, okay, below the soil, and I am saying that the spherical portion or the spherical structure that is present in the root here, that is nothing but the what? Nodule. What? Nodule. But now I am saying if you dissect one of the nodule, you can see that the central portion of the nodule will be red or pink color. Then what is the reason behind a nodule being a pink color? That is due to the presence of the leg hemoglobin. And always remember, this leg hemoglobin is the what? It is nothing but a scavenger. What? Scavenger. For what? For the nitrogenous bacteria. Then what is the meaning of scavenger? And then what is the function of this leg hemoglobin? I am saying that this leg hemoglobin acts as a oxygen scavenger. That means it protects this enzyme that is called nitrogenase. इसका function क्या है? The nitrogenase enzyme will convert the atmospheric into the NH3, that is ammonia. And now I am saying that in the root nodule there will be presence of one of the leg hemoglobin, and this leg hemoglobin is act as the oxygen scavenger. For which enzyme? For this nitrogenase enzyme. That means that will protect this nitrogenase enzyme from the oxygen. That's why it is known as the oxygen scavenger. Okay. Now move to the next slide. That is the nodule formation. Okay. The nodule formation involves a sequence of multiple interaction between the rhizobium and the root of the host plant. Okay. So how this association being help in formation of this nodule? Okay. The rhizobia, first point is the rhizobia multiply. Multiply means it will increase in its number. If you multiply 2 into 2, that means it became 4. That means it increased its number. So now the rhizobia will increase its number and colonize the surrounding of the root and get attached to the epidermal and the root hair cell. Always remember the locations. Okay? These are the most important things. I am saying that when there will be association between the rhizobium bacteria and second is the leguminous plant. The first thing is done by the rhizobia bacteria is it will multiply. It will increase its number. Now the second point is it colonizes the surrounding of the root. That means when the numbers is going to be increased, on the root nodules. Okay, in the root hairs. Now it will colonize. That means it make a colony. On the surrounding of the root and get attached to the epidermal. रूट हेयर्स के एपिडर्मल सरफेस में वो जाके अटैच हो जाता है. ओके. नाउ द सेकंड पॉइंट इज द रूट हेयर कॉल. व्हाट आई एम सेइंग? द रूट हेयर कॉल and the bacteria invade the root hair and this infection thread is produced carrying the bacteria into the cortex of this root. Now see, what is the meaning of this sentence? See, this is the diagram. I am saying that this is the root hair. Okay. Now this is the bacteria. Now this all bacteria multiply and they will colonize. That means in this way they will colonize in the root hair. Okay. Now this bacteria are going to attach with the first thing is the epidermal cell. Okay. Now after the attachment with the epidermal cell, it will this structure, okay, that is look like a hook. Now this structure is going to curl. Okay, this is the curling. Kiska? Of the root hair. This is the root hair. It will curl when this bacteria are going to attach with the epidermal cell. Okay. Now this infection thread. Okay. Now this infection thread containing the bacteria is going towards the inner cortex. First, this curl will be occur in the epidermal cell. Now it will extend towards the inner cortex or the pericycle. Okay. Now there will be spreading of this infection thread that containing the bacteria. Which bacteria? Rhizobium bacteria. Okay. Now see, The root hair curl. I already seen you how this root hair will curl. The bacteria invade the root hair. Now this bacteria is going to invade inside the root hair. Now an infection thread is produced carrying the bacteria into the cortex of this root. Now the infection thread is going to carry the bacteria inside the cortex region. The first, when there will be no curling occur, there will be the bacteria will be attached with the epidermal cell. Now after being curled, this will spread inside the what? Cortex, where it initiate the nodule formation in the cortex of the root. Okay. Now the fourth point, then the bacteria are released from this thread into the cell, which lead to the differentiation or specialization of nitrogen fixing cell. Now, when this bacteria that is going towards the cortex region, now that will release from the thread and that will differentiate of the specialized nitrogen fixing cell. That will differentiate other cell. These are nothing but the nitrogen fixing cell. Okay. Now this nodule thus formed and established a direct vascular connection with the host for exchange of the nutrition. This one is the most important point. What is the function of the nodule? That will make a direct vascular connection with the host for the exchange of nutrient. That is act like a pipe. If this is one of the container and here is the one of the container, this pipe going to connect this two container. In that way, this pipe that is nothing but the what? That is the nodule. That will, what is done? It is direct vascular connection with the host for the exchange of the nutrient. Here this pipe is nothing but the nodule. When the complete formation of the nodule occur, at that time that will make a direct vascular connection with the host for the exchange of the nutrient. Okay. Now, the nodule contain all the necessary biochemical components such as the enzyme nitrogenase and the leg hemoglobin. Always remember the nodule contain the nitrogenase vector and second one is the nitrogenase enzyme and the leg hemoglobin. And the leg hemoglobin is always act as the oxygen scavenger. And that will protect the nitrogenase bacteria from the oxygen. Okay. Now this nitrogenase enzyme having the MOFE protein, that is nothing but the cofactor. Okay. That will catalyze the conversion of the atmospheric N2 to the ammonia. And always remember, ammonia is the stable product of the nitrogen fixation. Okay.
Let's end the lecture. If you have any doubt regarding the topic, message me in the comment box. Thank you.